All right, welcome back, everybody. We are on level 5 of lesson 21, the mini project side scroller. So here's where we're going to be looping the obstacle and the target so that when they hit this part of the screen, they will loop back around and restart over here. Not difficult at all, I promise you. We're easy peasy. All right, so it says looping. The obstacle, in my case the mushroom, and the target, again, in my case the fly, need to loop back to the right of the screen once they go too far. Do this. Find the code comments that say looping. All right, let's do that first. Looping, found it. All right, add a conditional that uses the obstacle sprite's X property to check whether it has moved off the screen. If it has moved off the screen, use its X property to put it back on the right side of the screen. Test your code to see whether the obstacle is looping. Add a conditional that checks whether the target has moved off the screen. If it has moved off the screen, put it back on the right side of the screen. Oh, their grammar. Test your code to see whether the target is looping. All right, let's do this. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So we're going to use another if statement. These are so handy. All right, and we're going to say if mushroom dot x is less than, we want it to go off the screen completely, so we'll say negative 25. All right, then all we have to do is we say we're going to readjust the mushroom, and we're going to make it off the screen, so let's say 425. All right, so let's see if that worked. Whee! There it is. Oh, fabulous. Okay, fabulous. All right, cool. So we have that. So if the obstacle, we got it. Now, if the target has gone off the left-hand side of the screen, move it to the right-hand side of the screen. Here's where it's going to get super interesting, though. We want the fly to appear at various levels. We don't want it to appear at the same one every single time. So when we do this, this is where we get to play with our randomization, right? So we're going to put this here, and we're going to say if fly.x is less than, again, negative 25. We're going to say fly.x. Oh, fly.x. And so, okay, so x is going across, but that's the same speed. We want it to appear differently. We want it to be randomized, but right now it's going to be appearing off the screen over here, right? So when it gets over here, we want it to appear over here, but we want it to be random. So sometimes it'll appear right here. Sometimes it'll appear right here, again, off the screen. So this is where we're going to say random number, and we're dealing with off the screen, but we want to have two different numbers. So if the screen starts at 400, let's be safe and say 425, and then let's say 500. All right, so it's going to appear somewhere over here, and then it's going to take a second, and but it's not just the x, because this is the x-axis. We also want it to be different over here. We don't want to be too low. We don't want it to be in the ground, but we do want it to be up here in the sky, right? So we're going to do that again, and we're going to say sprite.y. So this is going to be fly.y, and we're going to say this is going to be another random number between, I don't know, let's say 100 and 300. All right, so let's see if that worked. All right, there goes our fly, there goes our, okay. All right. I'm wondering if we're seeing a change here. Ooh, that was a little bit of a change. Okay, all right, all right, all right. I'm feeling this. So let's show the grid. So this fly can go all the way up to here, and it can all go all the way down to here. I think I want to expand that a little bit. I want to say, let's say 75 and 325. So let's see what happens. Reset, run. All right, so that's 200. That's 250. That's 300. That's 3, I don't know, 15. All right, so it is showing up at random places. We like that. We like that. We like that. Okay, so good. All right. Okay, I think we have done everything we need to do for this level. Everything is looping except for the froggy, and the froggy actually stays in one place. So we're good with that. All right, with that, I will say let's finish this, and I will see you on level 6. Here we go.